Please subscribe to Facetv Africa and turn the notification on. Facetv Africa, ẹ jọ̀ọ́, subscribe, hete.
Face TV was Swoby.
Professor Wole Soyinka on Wednesday slammed the Labour Party for trying to force lies on Nigerians as regards the winner of the 2023 presidential election. Soyinka said at an event titled The Lives of Wole Soyinka, a dialogue organized by Africa in the World in Stellenbosch, South Africa, that the leadership of the Labour Party knew its presidential candidate Peter Obi lost the February 25th election. He was asked to react to his comment against the vice presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Dati Baba Ahmed, after the general elections in March. Soyinka said speaking the truth always matters to him, noting that many people always look for shortcuts, while he accused the leadership of the Labour Party of trying to force a lie on Nigerians, especially youths, that Obi won the election. He said this recent election, two things happened. First of all, one party took over the Labour movement, which is not my favorite movement, and then it became a regional party, he said. Whereas it was a marvelous breach into the established two camps, Peter Obi achieved something remarkable there, that he broke the mold. However, he did not win the election. I can say categorically that Peter Obi's party came third, not even second, and the leadership knew it, but they want to do what we call in Yoruba, gbajue, that is force of lies. Soyinka in April had said that the comments of Labour Party vice presidential candidate Baba Ahmed towards the judiciary was unacceptable. Baba Ahmed, during an interview in March, said the country had no president-elect despite the Independent National Electoral Commission announcing Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress, APC, as the winner of the election. The Labour Party vice presidential candidate said Tinubu would be leading an unconstitutional government if sworn into power because the APC candidate has not met the requirements of the law. Soyinka, while speaking in a chat with Arise TV back then, said that his statement in its totality was unbecoming, unacceptable, and dictating to the Supreme Court. I have never heard anyone threaten the judiciary on television the way Dati did. I heard the kind of menacing, blackmailing language that we were treated to by Dati. The kind of do-or-die attitude and provocation is not what I think we have all been struggling for, Soyinka said. Also, the Kogi State Governor, Ayabelo, urged the Labour Party and Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party to save themselves of troubles approaching the Supreme Court to accept defeat. Bello said this following the verdict on September 6th, upholding the victory of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the All Progressives Congress in the February 25th election. Following the judgment by the tribunal, both Atiku and Obi have since announced their decision to challenge the judgment. Speaking to pressmen in Abuja on Thursday, Bello also said Atiku and Obi are better off moving on and supporting the administration of the president. He said, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think there is any ground for appeal. I would rather appeal to them that they should drop any appeal going to the higher court and then save the resources, save the trouble, advise the supporters, admonish them that we would accept the judgment, no flaw. Bello stated Nigerians at home and abroad are happy with the verdict as members of the ruling party. I think it is time to settle down and face governance, and I would advise all those that feel aggrieved that we have only one country, Nigeria. We must all come together and support the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and ensure that we fix this country. The governor pointed out that whatever the hardship Nigerians are facing today is the effect of the past. However, he said the president is trying his best by traveling across the world to ensure that Nigeria is fixed. Let's look at the point Soyinka is making. He said that the Labour Party leadership knows that Peter Obi came third, or let's say distant third, at the election, and they are trying to shove it down the throats of the Supreme Court and also the tribunal to give their presidential mandate. But I think the obedience will have a different view towards that. They are saying that an election that had flaws, there's no way you will say that election produced a certain candidate when there were flaws. For instance, if there are manipulations, voter party, people are restricted to vote, how would you get to the conclusion that this person took first, second, and third? So they are challenging the process, they are challenging the foundation of the elections, and according to the announcement of INEC, Labour Party came third, APC first, and Atiku second, owing to the fact that people understand that the election was not perfect, and challenging the process is what the Labour Party is doing at this point in time. And I believe what Yabelo said, asking Atiku and Obi to shelve their plans to go to the Supreme Court, appealing the judgment of the tribunal, and join President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to make the country great again. I believe whatever government that we have, we need a very strong opposition. If all things go way of the APC, they can stand as a very, very strong opposition so that the government will be on its toes. And I believe that APC members that were sacked by the tribunal, most of them are going to the next court. So I think it is hypocritical for Yabelo to tell them not to go to the Supreme Court. It is their right, it's their fundamental right. The Constitution has given them that right to go to the Supreme Court. So it should not be a problem for some of these guys. And I believe it is an affirmation from the middle class on the political class. When the political class want to move an agenda, they somehow or however contract the middle class to help them fine-tune a kind of statement that will help validate their position as either a governor or a president. So it is needless whether the Labour Party knows that they took third, first or second, but let's look at what they are challenging. Are they challenging the position, or they are challenging the process that brought about the result? So let's focus on how to strengthen democracy and how to set a precedence for future purposes. If they go to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court nullifies them, then the Supreme Court, whatever it says, becomes law. If they are going to give their verdict on the 25% Abuja, so it is what will be used as law. If they are going to give their verdict on for certificates of the president, then that will be law. So let's complete the process so that we can know where we stand. I think a very strong opposition, not opposition that is meant for evil, an opposition that is meant to help the government stand on its toe and follow the right path is what we need in the country. So, however, we are waiting for the outcome of the Supreme Court. From then, we'll now move on as a country.
Please subscribe to Facetv Africa and turn the notification on. Facetv Africa, subscribe.
Face TV was Swoby.